Hey y'all, today we'll be reviewing episode 63 of Pokemon Horizons Battle of Ice, the Cold Eyed Grusha. The episode begins with the trio arriving at Glassy Arrow Mountain. Then Dot just randomly collapses on the ground and says that this will be the end of the Nidothing channel and that this will be the death of her. Like, what, bro? Then the trio just decide to ride their turtles because why not? Liko's about to have a really bad accident and she's about to fall off a cliff. But Floragato uses her bud to latch onto the top of a tree and then drops the snow from it, slowing down Citadel so that Liko wouldn't fall off the cliff, nor the Citadel. Then Dot and Roy come to Liko's help, asking her if anything happened to her, and then they found out that the cliff was just a little stud or something like that. Anyways, then we see Grusha or Grusha, whatever, I don't know how to pronounce the name, on the corner, and he calls out Liko for being so confident that she's goofing around and riding Citadels before her battle. And we get some Grusha backstory in which we are told that he actually used to be a snowboarder before becoming a gym leader because he broke his leg during one contest, and that's when he decided that he was not able to get the results he used to from snowboarding. That's why he gave up on it and therefore became the gym leader of his town or city. I don't know the name. And after that, like when he came out of the hospital, the Citadel that was the reason that he got injured felt guilty, but Grusha reassured it and caught it. Then the battle began. Okay, so the first matchup was Floragato versus the Titan. And boy, do I have a lot to say about this. So the battle begins, and Floragato uses Quick Attack on Titan, but since Titan's physical defenses are really strong, it did not budge. So our girl Liko did quick thinking and told Floragato to use Magical Leaf on Titan as it is a ranged move rather than a physical move. Grusha was not going to take it easy on Liko, so he commanded Titan to use Ice Spinner on Floragato to counter the Magic Leaf, and it actually hit Floragato, but Floragato tanked it, being the absolute beast and queen she is. So Liko saw the dangers and switched into Hattrem. Good thinking, Liko. And this time, the Titan was commanded to use Icicle Spear against Hattrem. And Hattrem redirected it with confusion. That was an amazing play by Liko. And people, that's why they call it an ice battle, because it's not only one-sided, but two-sided, as I thought that Hattrem would use her psychic abilities to some extent to redirect ice against Grusha's Pokemon, so that it would make sense that it's an ice battle, because ice battle sounds more two-sided rather than one-sided. Anyways, continuing on, then Titan tries to scare Hattrem by screaming really loud, but Liko, again, girl has been doing a lot of maths recently because she commanded Hattrem to use Brutal Swing against Titan because he was showing very strong emotions. But Grusha counters it with Liquidation, and just as it's an even tide, Grusha commands Titan to mix Ice Spinner with the Liquidation, which knocked Hattrem out. Amazing play there, Grusha. You did great. Then our girl Floragato is back into the battle, and this time she isn't here for any nonsense. So Titan uses Ice Spinner, but Floragato outruns Titan. Then Titan stops to use an Icicle Spear at Floragato because clearly Ice Spinner isn't working. But just as Titan opens its mouth, Liko sees an opening and commands Floragato to use Magical Leaf directly in its mouth because its body is tough, but its mouth's as tough. Turns out this play was the game-winning play because that knocks the Titan out. Anyways, Grusha sends out Altaria after that, And then the actual battle begins. So Floragato tries using acrobatics on Altaria, but Altaria just casually flies away like it's nothing. That is just really cool. And after that, Altaria uses a barrage of moonblasts, but Floragato dodges them. Well, the first one she just blocked with magical leaf, but that was Grusha's plan, it seems like, because after that, Floragato couldn't see the next moonblast, so it was a bit hard for her to dodge. Then Liko remembers the time when Floragato used her bud to latch onto the trees and save her. So Liko told Floragato to use her bud, this time to latch onto Altaria's legs and use acrobatics. This was amazing. After that, Liko terrestrialized Floragato like it was nothing. That surprised Roy and Dot as well, as they thought that it was also the perfect time to terrestrialize, and they were proud of Liko. And Roy was even saying, "That's our Liko." Anyways, this pushed Grusha to terrestrialize as well, because he did not want to hold back. So there was a clash between Magical Leaf from Floragato and Ice Beam from Altaria. In the end, Altaria's Ice Beam overpowered Floragato's Magical Leaf, and it froze Floragato, and then the ice broke, revealing that Floragato has fainted. And Liko had lost the battle. Then we got the results of the battle, or the test, and Grusha told Liko that she failed, and Roy and Dot tried to get Grusha to make Liko have a rematch, but he denied and said that real battles do not have rematches, and they're determined by winning or losing. At first, I disagreed with Grusha's thoughts, but after watching the subtitles, I started agreeing with him more, because their whole goal, or like our trio's whole goal, is to get powerful this arc so that they could challenge and beat Rayquaza. Hence, I agree with Grusha on this, but many people have been disagreeing with Grusha, because this has become a really big controversy in the whole Pokemon fandom, or at least the fandom, or the part of the fandom that watches Pokemon Horizons. Anyways, the episode ends with Liko almost crying, and now it's time for the rating. First of all, I would like to say that this episode had amazing animation, was very well written, and was awesomely delivered. And with all that being said, I will give it a 9 out of 10. Anyways, bye guys. If you're seeing me in the next review, then you can see me next week. But if you're seeing me in other videos or edits, you can see me, well, next week as well, but earlier.